last panel then to talk about, the last one they showed was the
a
Batman.
small thing, isn't it? Alright.
Oh,
Small movie, like not great. Like
holy fuck. Okay. Did anyone have any concerns beforehand about this Batman movie and Robert Pattinson playing Batman?
Just a little bit, but not not to the same extent that everyone else was. Not like, because Matt Reeves is doing it, I was like, yeah, no, whatever. I still think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, okay.
And boy, does he fucking deliver. Oh man.
Before we go into the actual what we saw, Eric, did you have concerns about this before you saw what you saw?
I mean, I was having concerns. At first I didn't, because I've seen Robert Pattinson in stuff and he's been pretty good. Like, no, none of them were Twilight, so I've seen him when he's actually wanting to act. But I was a bit concerned when he was like starting to be a bit like, oh, I will do it the way I want to. I'll work out when I want to work out, and I'll rehearse when I want to rehearse, or actually lack thereof, I don't want to rehearse.
Yeah.
But yeah, seeing it and seeing when he fucking lays into your man and just gives him 13 punches to the face until he's down on the ground.
I just want to point something out though. Okay, first of all, yes,
his mask is still shit.
I was super excited by everything I saw, and then my mouth dropped when I saw that scene. Absolutely dropped.
Same.
And I was like, holy fuck. I do want to say though, the amount of people who have like seen that scene and went, oh my god, I was so wrong about Robert Pattinson, but as soon as I saw that scene, it's like, that's probably not him. That's probably his stunt double. He probably
probably
do that. So I don't know why that would sell you on him. I was kind of sold on him based on actually the scenes where I saw him in the film. I was like, yeah, he actually looks really committed to the role, and he looks pretty good. And when that scene where you first see him in the bat suit, and I was like, looks like fucking Batman in the room. So I mean, I'm in for it. Yeah,
it's like a bat. I dig it.
Let's go. I dig it. I mean, I actually had hopes for Robert Pattinson. I wasn't immediately like, no, what have you done? He was in Twilight, because I know that actors can act. So I was like, he probably has range. I know, yeah. Like, you probably shouldn't judge an actor based on just one other role. But also, I just kept hearing him getting all these other roles in other movies.
Like,
Tenet, The Lighthouse. There was a few others, and the fact that Matt Reeves got him, and again, Matt Reeves is a director that from the Planet of the Apes movies I would trust. So I was like, okay. I mean, I haven't seen enough of these films of this guy, but these guys must know something we don't, or must have seen something that we don't, that he's getting all of these movies. And then also, I was like, I was one of the people on the bandwagon when Heath Ledger was cast as the Joker that was like, nope, terrible. That guy was in that movie, and he's a rom-com guy, and he shouldn't be the Joker, and that's terrible. And was I like the most wrong person in the world? Like, he blew everyone away. And so since then, and then when Jared Leto was announced as Joker, I was like, yes, that's the best choice ever. He was great in this and this and this. I was so disappointed by what I saw in Suicide Squad of the Joker. So I've decided that you shouldn't just jump on the bandwagon and wait and see something first.
Yep.
And I think this movie is going to be fucking incredible. And I could not sleep after watching it.
I've seen it.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen it like probably 6-7 times now. I just can't. Like I never thought I would see a Batman film that could possibly rival Nolan's.
And I think this could.
This could easily. Like, this has fucking everything I would possibly want from a Batman. It's got like kind of the grounded tone that you would have in like the Nolan movies. Like the suit is really practical. His car looks like he actually just built it himself. Just as well, like the kind of the Riddler's outfit, the way it's just like fucking duct taped together kind of a thing. Like it is, and Catwoman's fucking like the fact that it's just the stitching that makes like the ears by accident kind of a thing in her balaclava.
It's sick.
Fucking hell! Like there's the attention to detail, but it is really really grounded. But at the same time, it looks like a fucking comic book. It's really stylized. It has like the Crow kind of vibes to it. Like the kind of the way he has the kind of blacks around his eyes, the makeup around his eyes.
I love
like
that.
That's like that is just the fucking Crow. Like this is the most heavy metal Batman yet.
This is the Batman film I would have made.
Yeah.
I can't believe the tone. I've been saying for years, like this is like the second it started essentially, I was like, I am in. Because when Gotham came out, this has the tone
This
I
is
wanted
what
Gotham
should have been.
to
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
This kind of crime thriller, really serious, gritty, dark serial killer thing. Seven. This has tone of Seven, a David Fincher Batman essentially, and I can't believe it. And he was saying all along, yeah, I'm going to be doing a noir Batman, and I still didn't think it was going to be as dark or as intense as this.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Matt Reeves said that only 25% of the film is actually done, and what we saw there was cut together as a trailer that looks like a very complete film, and that's only 25% of the actual footage. It looks amazing, and I'm so excited about the Riddler because this feels like the Riddler that we all thought. Remember when people were heavily suggesting that the Riddler was going to be Nolan's third villain?
Yeah.
Right, and I get why he stemmed away from it. He felt that it would be a little too similar to what he did with the Joker, and I get that. But at the time, that's what everyone was they thought was going to go that way because they were like, oh, I want to see more shit like that. So I want to see what he does with Riddler now. This feels like we're finally getting that kind of Nolan. Not to take away from what Matt Reeves is doing, but I've kind of wanted.
Again, yeah, it's really grounded. Like the whole thing.
I wanted
really
this
grounded.
version of the Riddler for a long.
It seems like
time.
Riddler might almost be like a Jigsaw or something. Like he's gonna play games with people. He's gonna be real brutal and horrible.
And his fucking handwriting and shit is really good. It looks
it's
like
it's that scene I saw the guy with the phone attached to his hand, and he was like freaking out, and he had To the Batman on a birthday card taped to his chest, and I was like, oh my god, I'm in for this. This is so good. And does that mean he already knows Bruce Wayne is Batman because he's said To the Batman in that room specifically? And it's like he knows Bruce won't go to him to blow his cover, but at the same time, is Bruce just going to stand there and watch him die? Like I wonder, is there going to be like dilemmas like that where it's like if I know who you are, will you reveal it to save lives, or will
it's
you?
So weird that
that's so interesting.
Like Pattinson as well doesn't look like himself.
It's weird, isn't it?
Like in that scene in particular, like when he's standing there and he's in his suit, it looks like it's some sort of funeral or something. He almost looks like was it Arkham Knight or Origins? I think it was Knight. You know the way it has that CGI trailer where it was showing young Bruce, and then it's like the montage. It stays on his face, and he's growing through the ages and stuff like that. Like he kind of looks like that version of Bruce Wayne.
A little bit, yeah. I see that. And Jeffrey Wright as Gordon.
Did you see Colin Farrell in it?
I only caught him for a second. He looks so different. I can't believe he's the Penguin. I can't believe that
the makeup they put on him is really good.
I can't believe this movie exists. and then that music and the way they brought the font is like this guy knows his presentation, like. Yeah. And then having 2021 written with the question marks, like everything that he showed me
about it is fantastic.
I am in for it. I am so excited. That for me now, I don't know how everyone else feels. For me, that stole the show for me. Like lots of the other stuff excited me, but that was the one that had me like a child. Like just I can't wait to watch this movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you also delighted that he's basing it on The Long Halloween?
Yes, that was one of his biggest influences, because I don't know, like obviously people have different favorites and it could be purely nostalgia. The Long Halloween was the first Batman comic I ever read. Batman is my favorite character in literature essentially, and The Long Halloween to this day is my favorite comic book. And that could be just nostalgia, but I loved the whole noir detective story. I loved the many rogues gallery, and he has been inspired by that to do that. It's obviously not following that story. It's just been inspired by that kind of style of storytelling.
Yeah, I think he chose it because of the wide variety of villains that are in it, which is great, which means we probably get a lot more. That's
the thing with Batman. Because his villains are grounded, and he has the best rogues gallery in all of comic books. That's my personal opinion. But because they are, like a lot of them are really grounded, you can fit them in, and it doesn't feel like a Spider-Man 3. You can't do that with supervillains when you're trying to justify their existence in the world as well. Like when you're trying to like set them up before you can actually have them on screen, which is like, for example, like if you had a Superman movie, you couldn't throw in his entire rogues gallery. Whereas with Batman, you could, because you just like, let's just go to Arkham Asylum. They're all there. Yeah, they're psychopaths. That's all you need to know. You know what I mean? And that's enough. But anyway, that's our take on the Batman and on all the reveals, the big reveals from DC Fandome. Let us know what you thought about the Batman. Let us know what you thought about all the other stuff as well. What was your favorite reveal from DC Fandome? Which of the movies are you most excited for? Which of those games are you most excited for? Did you hate them? Just let us know. Get in touch. We'd love to hear from people.